Let me show you guys how to make a super nice and flat closure wig. Hi, my name is Rosemary. If you're new, I'm a hairstylist and a content creator based in Abuja. Of course, the first thing you'll be needing is your dome cap. I use the mesh dome cap. Anyone is fine, but I suggest you use this one. So I'm just going to align the cap and use my T-pins to drag it down, just like I did with the frontal wig. This is to make sure it's nice and flat and it is the exact size you want to use. For this tutorial, I'll be using a 5x5 HD closure. Even if it's a 2x2 you have, you can use the same method. So you're going to align the middle line with the line that comes with the canvas head. I'm going to try and drag the nylon so you guys can see the line I'm talking about. So you align the middle line of your closure with the middle line of your canvas head. So you need a canvas head to make a proper wig. Most closures don't come with line, so if it does not come with line, you have to like find the middle to like separate the closure. I don't know if you need to part the line in a nutshell, and then when you're done doing that, you're going to align it with the line on the canvas head, and then you're going to use your T-pin to pin the front and the back first so that it's secured and you have two equal parts. So after you're done with that, you're going to use your T-pin again to stretch out the closure and drag it, then pin it down. You're going to do the same for either side. After you're done with that, you're also going to turn it to the side and then pin the back. When pinning the back, make sure you're stretching the lace or the closure to give it a nice flat finish. It has to be this flat. If it's not flat, please go back and do it again. This is the best way to get like a flat closure so your wig is not bumpy when you're wigging it. So for this tutorial, I'm using an old closure. I'm re-wigging a hair for my client, so I just decided to show you guys because a lot of people are requesting for it. Even if it's a new closure, you should pin the net. You know, there's an excess lace that comes with the new closure, so yes, you can pin the lace. I'm pinning this thing because there's enough lace in front, so I'm still going to go out and trim it later. So after we are done, that is what your closure is supposed to look like. I'm going to pin it up and then go ahead and start sewing it down. Stitching down the closure, I have a detailed tutorial on how to make a frontal wig, so it's the same method. You're just going to like pass the needle through the cap, then through the net, and then you're going to pass it underneath the thread twice, and then you're going to tie. It's basically the same explanation. For context, if you've not watched that video, please go down. You'll see me wigging a frontal wig. It's the same method I'm using here. Okay, there's nothing new, there's nothing different I'm doing here. It's just basically the same thing. The only difference is that we're sewing down a closure, not a frontal. Okay, so I'm going to sew it down round till I get to the end, and of course I'm going to tie it and then cut off the thread. Like I said before, this hair is an old wig. I was just re-wigging it for my client. And in the case of you having like excess lace, there are some closures that come with excess lace round where I was sewing. You can just trim it off a bit. I might still show you guys later if I get a wig to do. Okay, I might show you guys. You can trim it off a bit and then sew, because there's no point keeping the excess net. So this wig is an old wig. Sorry, I don't know why I'm making a mistake this morning, but it's an old wig. Like, it was in pieces. I was just so angry, but yeah, there's no point of me showing you guys how to stitch down like the bundles anymore because I have a detailed tutorial already. I'm just going to try and figure out the pieces of this hair, then try to sew it. Okay, now I'm at the ending part. You guys already know the ending part. You're just going to stitch it close to the lace. Okay, it's just the same thing with the frontal wig. I keep saying that, but yes, I'm at the end now. I finished stitching like the last part. As usual, you tie and cut off the excess thread. So after we're done sewing, I'm going to take off the wig and then cut out the excess cap underneath the lace. Yes, the same thing we did with the frontal wig, just that this one is just going to be a little bit smaller than the frontal. So you're going to carefully put your hand under and then take your scissors and start trimming it carefully so you do not cut your client's lace or your lace, else you start stitching and it's not going to be cute and flat. I did not cut the lace. It's an old wig, like I said. So yeah, that was there. So this is what our closure wig is looking like. Up next is to sew a band. So sewing the band, as usual, I'm just going to measure the place I'm going to place the band. Okay, like I said, I think it's 9 inches or 6 inches. I'm not sure, but I just sort of stretch it out to like see the tightness. So placing the band on a closure wig, you are going to do it like from just like half an inch from the cap where we cut the cap, and then we're going to place it on the opposite side. You know, a frontal one, we place just like a little bit of the band on the lace and then the cap, but this one you're not taking it to the lace at all. You are putting it on the cap itself, but like a little bit down from the beginning of the cap. Like the video is showing you guys what I'm talking about, but yes. So after doing that, I'm going to just stitch it down and then stitch down the other part. There's a detailed tutorial on how to stitch down a wig cap. I'm just sort of going over it and coming back just the same in the same direction until I'm done stitching it. Okay, and this is how secured it looks. Your closure wig should look like that, at least try. But anyways, this is the finished look. I've styled the hair. Obviously, you know, show you guys how I did that. I have a video up already. You should check it out. And yeah, with these few points of mine, I hope you're convinced that you can make a closure wig now. Yes, this is how good a wig looks, and it's ready to be sent to its mom. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.